Morning guys, welcome to the 28th of May, and we're currently in this trade at the moment. I did want to add on to this position. Look how like cool this entry was on the flash week here, but I literally just missed out because I was just working. But ultimately this is a really good trade, probably a good entry right now, just to literally point A to point B. As you can literally see, every time I'm kind of calling these trades is very consistent in terms of the setups, and there might be a few variations, but I'm literally just looking for continuation, point A to B, and a pattern A. That's just the strategy. Like, the strategy is nothing of a holy wheel. I think the most, like, holy grail, sorry, the most important thing is the kind of psychology and the consistency, and then like all the little nuggets that make you a consistent slash profitable trader. So whatever happens. I've closed the charts. I've closed the trade now. I think I've also got another small one on my personal account, which is GPAUD. This was running, but it looks like it might hit stop loss soon. This looks really good to retest this 2.1. Alongside with that, if you guys have been following, I actually have been waiting for some swing buys, but I haven't actually been able to completely follow up with GPAUD. Plus, it has been really choppy. If I just go onto this and then go onto the 10 minutes, you can see like this whole movement has literally not really moved in one linear direction, and price has just been chopping. So it's a bit of a nightmare. This is kind of one of the best reasons and why I love just to kind of set the trade and forget, because whatever the outcome is, like, I don't have to watch it, don't have to watch my emotions play, and don't really have to stress myself out, as such to speak. Now, I'll be going back into probably in 2 weeks time, so just a heads up. So next week on Monday and Wednesday I won't be doing one, I am away. But the week after, on the 9th, I'll be bringing back all of this breakdown. So I'll be giving you all literally every week for free for June. Well, actually July and August will be free. From June onwards it will be members only, and we'll be doing updates from there. And not only are we going to be doing updates, I'll be doing the trades before and after, so we'll be doing the sessions a little bit earlier. So for those who, just going on the Winner Circle Program 3.0 update, just to update you guys, we've got the schedule coming out soon, so make sure you stay up to date. We've got the worksheet that's coming out. The first course video is also being released this week on Sunday. We've got the worksheet access, the webinars events page. We're going to get you to sign up, so please sign up with the email that you signed up with. And also we're going to be doing an account breakdown, which I'm going to go through right now. So the account breakdowns I want you all to kind of have in plan is, this is the get funded plan, okay? And I want everyone to kind of get, you can choose whatever prop firm companies you have, but I've created like a very easy template for you all. And this template starts off with FTMO. Like, FTMO is goated, you can't beat it, it's the best prop firm out there, is what it is. Get a 50k account. I've already said 50k is the most financially free funded account that you can have. It changes your life, changes perspective, and you can also scale from there. I've actually just got a 50k funded account with Alpha Capital. I'm actually going to trade that one live throughout the whole of June, so it becomes a bit more relatable, because me trading the 400k accounts, the 600k accounts, I just don't think it's as relatable for everyone. Whereas if I do the 50k one, I can show you how to do it and live, watch the trades, and it becomes like, hey, look, a 50k account is like $100 to $200. I don't even know how much it is on CK Capital at the moment. If you look at CK Capital, we've got like there's a 50% promo. So yeah, I mean, that's like $179 at the moment. It's $229 there, but there's a 50% off. So if you wanted to get this, there's $100 and something, and you can become free. That's mad. That's why I say prop firms are mad, but it's the skill. If you can get a funded challenge and you can pass it, and then you can get a 2% profit, that's a 1k payout. As you use that 1k payout, what you're going to use is then use that 1k payout to buy a challenge. As you buy a challenge, you get a 100k challenge, you do 2% again. That 2% on a 50k and the 100k becomes a 3k payout. So 2% on a 100k is 2k, 2% on a 50k is 3k. Then you buy a 200k challenge and you could do the same thing. And look at, like, on the third scale, if you do 4k plus 3k, that's 7k on a payout. So within this total, you've done 7k plus 3k plus 1k. This total payout is 11k that you've just made. And that can be, it doesn't matter how long you do. Imagine even if that's in 1 year. In 1 year, that's still $11,000. That's 50% of most people's salaries. And yeah, it's just honestly life-changing amounts of money, as opposed to always thinking about, okay, I'm going to make 50k, I'm going to make 100k. And you can scale yourself up. You can get 200k, and this all in all is 550k, and this total of 550k could easily, like, if you do 10% on that 550k, it's 55k. So if you only do 10% in a year, that in and in itself total 550k funding, 10% equals 55k. That is literally insane amount of money for a year. 55k in 1 year. If you double that and do 20%, then you're 110k, and that's all based on just a 550k. And this is how I kind of just used 600k, used quote unquote 600k to get me funded, and that 600k was way more than enough. So this is one of the funded plans. There's a more in-depth video in the course that I filmed, so you can prepare yourself for that. And that's pretty much it. Well, there's a flash wick there, maybe a continuation here. But what's really nice, I just got to wait for this. Might be able to add again soon, but I'll just leave this trade because if it wins, if it wins, if it loses, it loses. One thing I really like about this buy, and to break this trade down, is that the previous high was this resistance. We've had the pull all the way back, and then it's a support and bounce, and we had a very bullish engulfing. So that bullish basically made a higher than this previous candle here on the 30 minutes. We had a wick and a continuation. If I go into the 3 minutes, we have looked to try and push, but we've just smashed these moving averages and pushed all the way down. We are trading below Tokyo low, so it is aggressive. So maybe what I can do is, on if this does hit stop loss, maybe I can review and try and get a trade in the Tokyo in the Asian session, just to look for that. That's probably a better idea now looking at the trade, but it is what it is, and we kind of learn from our trades moving forward. Now, one of the questions I got asked recently is like, how can I improve my tilt and how can I improve my trading? And the biggest thing is actually journaling your mental mindset and your mental fortitude, because mentally in your trading is not about it's not really too much about your fundamental and technicals, because you can learn those to quite a fast degree. It's all about yourself and understanding yourself, and kind of really truly understand what you're doing right, and like what are the pros in your trading and what are the cons in your trading as well. So ultimately, yeah, that's kind of the breakdown of where we're at the moment. We've gone through some of the trades. If you want me to go through anything, you can drop some Q&As now. If you want me to go through any chart analysis, you can also drop them now. You can drop them on Discord or the Q&A on Zoom. Yeah, and then I'll go through your charts. Whilst you guys are writing those questions and writing some charts you want me to review, I highly recommend you go watch all of these videos. They're completely for free. I've got the tutorial on TradeZilla on how to journal your trades, Fibonacci 11 lesson, which is how I use it, and it's cool because we talk about the informed pessimism and how you can succeed in life. And then obviously the trades that are called before and after, which was recorded, and that's what's going to happen in the whole of June when I do my whole live trading, which is going to be coming soon, which is pretty cool because it's been a while since I've done a series. I think the main proper series you guys have followed me on is I did the FTMO series. After the FTMO, I did the 1 million. And then now I'm just kind of chilling and enjoying life and enjoying my funding, as such to speak. So do you guys have any questions? Oh, nice. You've got 50k count. Yeah, $147. That's insane. $147. Oh, nice. You're in the same trade. Is that a long and DAX? Nice. Yeah, I mean, we bounced on that support. So far, it's not looking good on that pullback, but it's part of the trade. Yeah, CK Capital's good. 0 denials, and it's fine. How long would it take to make 2%? You could probably do that in like a week, so it's not a lot. It's just passing the challenge and getting funded. That could take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. It just really is down to you, I think, really and truly. The Q&A sections, you can go and put it on, and then in the live that we do is we'll just kind of sit there a little bit longer, so we'll just be chilling, so we'll be taking a little bit of a while. Yeah, this doesn't look so good now with that pullback. GPAUD is coming closer. How's Nasdaq doing? Oh wow, a strong push. All-time highs coming. Dollars pushing up as well. How's the crypto? Let's have a look at the crypto stuff. Still waiting for Super to push. Also, signals, the emails have been sent. I've seen quite a lot of you guys have joined back out, so check it out. Yeah, it's not much here. How's DXY looking? Same thing, DXY is still in that uncertainty phase. You know, we're trading within this whole box region from pretty much December last year till this year. We had a fake out in this section here and then a fake out in this section. So we just kind of really need to see where we can push. Q&A. How can I create and see a checklist before entering a trade? Is there software and how do I do it? Ultimately, how I do it is I basically use a a like a checklist that I have on my journal. I think I've posted it for free, so my trading plan is there. Or we have the like the pro version. Do you know what? It might just be in the announcements on the family chat. Yeah, it's on the family chat. So here's the trading plan. I can't open it, but what I do is I have a checklist, and then on that checklist you can basically post that on your own journal, and then every single day you got to check in there. One of the things I liked about the journal and Edgewonk is you can put that. You can do it on Tradezilla. I just haven't sat through and created the playbook. But yeah, like even it's crazy because look here in 2016 I used to kind of journal another level, which is insane. It just goes to show it's important. And even before this DAX trade, no matter what the result is, look how clean this was. So we had a huge wick on the 30-minute. We had a reversal candle, looking good to retest and potentially push up to 24,300. So we're coming into that next zone, breaking this resistance, which it did ultimately. But it's just pulled all the way back. So we're in this trading region, but yeah, it just pulled all the way back. To be honest, this trade looks good no matter what, because look, that trade there looked really, really, really good. But yeah, it's part of the markets. It looks like it might hit stop loss. Have you ever had a mental block where you are not able to close a losing trade and end up blowing the account? Of course, of course, of course, of course. Like blowing the account is so, like I've been there. And what's worse, I think, for me mentally was I've been there in the sense that I was profitable and trading my own personal account, and then I went on to do like challenges, but challenges were so cheap because they're only a couple of $100, right, as opposed to having 100K in an account. And I used to just like blow them because I not care and just wanted to get funded. And it gets to a point where you blow like 20 challenges and it's like 5-10K and you're like, whoa, like I'm not taking any of this stuff seriously. And because I'm not taking this stuff seriously, I'm obviously paying for this and losing money. And the mental block that you really have to come to terms with is what I've explained before, and it's really difficult to truly understand, is you really have to just take some time to kind of grow and understand that it takes like it just takes blocks and stairs to your goal. The compound effect of slow wins is actually going to pay you in the long run. I mean, I've just got my payout of 3.5K on a 50K account. It's just slowly compounding and compounding. You don't want to, oh, by the way, here's the checklist. You don't want to go for those Hail Marys, because those Hail Marys, even if they win, the worst thing I learned about the Hail Marys is they ruin your expectation, they ruin your mindset, they ruin what you want to get in trading, and you just end up doing bad habits and all this dumb shit. And I'm very accountable. I've done that. Like sometimes people go, hey, like he's a profitable trader, why does he do that? Well, fucking because I'm human, dipshit. And that kind of stuff happens. It is what it is. I lost 7K worth of challenges. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the process, but one payout can pay for it all. Last year when I did the challenges with Funded Engineer, I think I spent like 5K with failed challenges. Then I did two payouts, 3.5K, 3.5K. Then that was 7K worth of payouts, probably like 6.4K after the percent split. Then I got to 10K payouts, and then on the third payout, that literally just covered everything. So it literally has covered everything in terms of what I invested, and how I get all my money back. You literally just need 1 year, and that can make all the money back in your trading. Not make all the money back in your trading, but can also help you scale back and potentially be free in your trading as well. Hey Dan, will you host any trading events in the future? The answer is yes. I will be doing some in London soon, and potentially Wellingborough in our shop. Just stay up to date. I will be doing a meetup. I just haven't organized it yet because there's just been a million things to do, but it is coming. So stay up to date on CK Capital and on Dan Chong, and obviously all of these webinars. But going back onto someone who asked about the checklist, this is how I have my trading plan in my checklist. So you could tick box here on a daily basis, and then this is your daily report card. The daily report card is imperative in your trading to really understand what is it you're doing and staying up to date with your overall trading. So yeah, we've got some good questions today. Yeah, so you guys got any more? Whilst I'm I guess I'm chilling today. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. I have bad experience with prop firms. Yeah, me too, mate. I lost 50K. Do you trade different lot size for AU? Yeah, because obviously AUD USD is a lower ATR, right? So ultimately, if you have a lower ATR, then you're probably going to do larger sizing. You just got to be careful you're not breaking the max lot sizes for a lot of the prop firms. What I would also any of these crop funds for crypto, yeah, there is. We have a crypto funded one, so CFT. They're actually pretty cool. I'm actually trading with them at the moment, so it's quite cool. I think I'm actually funded with them soon. I need to go check them out, so you can definitely check them out. Here you go. Tai Lung has sent that in, so well done. He beat me to it. Tai Lung's on point at the moment. I've got some more questions. Let's go through them. Where can I get a checklist? The checklist is in the course. And yeah, and entry confirmations, not only just the entry confirmations, all the patterns, everything that I set up is completely put on a document. I mean, you should have your own strategy, so create your own one. But if you do want to get it, then you can jump on the course. And at the moment, you can have, this is the boot camp that we've got. So it's a 4-week boot camp, which is crazy because the boot camps are normally £2,000, but I'm doing it for £299, and it's going to be 4 weeks. 9th of June to the 30th of June, I'm live trading. We've already launched the section 0 of the course. Section 1 will be released this Sunday, section 2 the week after. We're updating 0 as well with some extra PDFs and some worksheets. And yeah, obviously we have these live trading sessions, but they'll be even earlier and longer. And obviously you can kind of talk to me because at the moment you guys are all on webinar mode and you can only talk to me via Discord. Some more. Do you use dynamic risk? I used to. I still kind of believe in it to some degree, but I think that is really important for an individual to understand when to put risk on and risk off. How did you come to focus on pattern A and BRE? Because there's many concepts. What's your experience? To be honest, I didn't fuck around with all these other concepts that people did. I just stuck on one and just stayed on it. I learned pattern. To be honest, I learned pattern A from my mentor 11 years ago, and then do you know what? I saw it work. I was convinced it worked, and I was hell bent that I could make it work because he was making more in a day than I could in 2, 3, 4 years. And I said, you know what? If he can do it, so can I. So I literally was just stuck on that. The BRE I just developed in COVID because I was bored. But then it worked out really well and kept developing it. And I just used the same psychological concept I had in pattern A and put it into BRE because I kept seeing it. And then that's kind of what made me profitable in that trading sense. So yeah, answered I think pretty much all the questions today. Any more? It's good, man. You guys are asking some great questions. A lot more people today. I mean, normally I do them at 8 p.m. and when I do them at 8 p.m. it's a little bit late for people. Also, it kind of ruins my time. Whereas right now, doing them at 12 is in the middle of the day, and it just makes my life a little bit easier. I get my evenings back. Any more questions, people? I think people should only have one strategy at a time. You can only focus on one thing. It's the same thing as women, same thing as golf. Like, just like one woman is more than enough. They're just crazy as it is. Just give all in for one. A strategy, golf is the same thing. Just focus on your irons and get great at your irons before you go into your drivers, your putting, and all of that kind of stuff. Same thing with any sport, like gym. Just be consistent at going to the gym every single day. After that, then you can focus on your diet. Then you can focus on improving your training. Then getting other things in as well. Don't forget, Winner Circle guys, ask some questions, but it looks like I'm up to date with all the questions anyway. And it looks good. I think that's overall. It's nice to see you. Okay, I'll go through these final few questions. As a member, do we get access? Yep, you get access to all the webinars, the live ones, the private ones, and the recordings. What's your opinion on ICT concepts? I would never trade it, and I don't. And SMT traders, I think that it works. At the end of the day, Kyle is an ICT trader and he's made 2.5 million. I just never went down that route. And also, I'm quite a person to focus on environment as well. I find the ICT community incredibly negative. But do you know what? There's pros and cons to everything. I think bar the negativity, there is actually so many successful ICT traders, you'll be able to find a mentor quite quickly. But then also comes with that, there's also a lot of ICT traders that can't mentor and can't trade, but can understand the concept really well. So yeah, it's quite difficult. I think what's really important about looking for a mentor or a course or a community is like what resonates with you. And it's like, okay, cool. Right now, I told you I have a course. It's great. Well, there's no point buying it if you don't even know if you like me, right? Not that you have to be my best friend, but it's like I make money, but so does other mentors and traders out there. You've got to find what you study resonates with you, works for you, and that you can continue. So if you've watched all of these breakdown videos and you start to think, hey, look, this pattern A looks really fun. I like day trading. I like closing at the end of the day. I like the mindset. I like listening to Dan. I think that he's got a good mindset. He's helped me better in some way, shape, or form. Then you can invest in the course. Otherwise, you could buy it and then not enjoy it and be a waste. But that's also can be the case if you really watched all of these and get a course and understand it. Just got to remember, what works for me doesn't mean it'll work for you. What works for you doesn't mean it'll work for me. It's imperatively important to understand that you have to just find one thing that the core fundamental of it works. Then after the core fundamental of it works, you do whatever it takes to make it successful. So if pattern A is the core fundamental, then you need to fucking think, okay, how do I make pattern A work and everything like that. I bought your course and it was the best trading decision I've made. I appreciate it. I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it massively because there's some really cool answers of people saying with some of their trading. Some people go all in on our course. We've heard people like win it. Massive. I think it's on here somewhere as well. Massive shout out to Jason. He just kind of came out of nowhere and made. He's just currently his total payouts he's made is 57K, which is insane because the course is only £299. We've had other people do six figures, but they were from the boot camp. And here, yeah, massive shout out to Jason. Then even the other Jason, I think he's got a 5K payout. So he's called Jay, I think. And we've seen a lot of people start to really get some productivity in your trading. That's good. I appreciate you enjoying the course, AJ. That's all. Upward profile fib will get stuck in other strategies, takes long to form. Whenever it forms, I feel. Do you think change your strategy? I think that you only change strategies if the strategy doesn't work. Now, I know that sounds so rhetorical. It's like, well, no shit, Sherlock. But I think that there's comes a point where that strategy is not meant for you. So, for example, if you're impatient and you overtrade and it's a scalping strategy and scalping puts you on edge, then that strategy is not for you. If you're swing trading and it pisses you off and you hate it and you just whatever, then that strategy is not for you. So you need to kind of go back to the drawing board and think like, okay, what is it I'm looking for? Not to make money, but like, what am I? Like, am I patient? Am I impatient? Am I better when I don't care about the results? Am I better when I'm not on the charts? Am I better when I am at the charts? You got to look at all of these fundamental things. Cool. I mean, that's a lot of questions, and we're coming up to like 23 minutes of this webinar now. So I'm going to close this off. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time on the Monday at 12. For the members, please make sure you remember there will be 10:30. We'll be sending the invites to the Zoom meetings. Please sign up with the email that you have correlated on the payment for WAP and your main one. And then, yeah, let's have a good June and get some payouts together, which is going to be cool. I'm going to follow the whole journey. Sweet.